Hello, the TamBoTC channel. Let's get on with the rest of the Transformers issue number 1 in the 4-issue limited series. Even though I don't know about that. How limited it is. The Decepticons tear through the Ark's ancient walls and flee out of the volcano. Did you see their shapes, Great Optimus? Warlike forms, native to this world, no doubt. The Ark has given us the information necessary to understand this prowl. Apparently, we can now transform into likenesses of beings who inhabit this world, as the Decepticons have done. Now let me ensure that our people have each survived intact. Okay. I don't know. Who is that talking? Can't tell who that is talking. Ironhide's ready to rule, Optimus. I may be old and ordinary, but my sweel alloy skin hasn't been dented yet in battle, and I've got a bunch of new liquids I want to test out in my water gym. Yes sirree. Oh, I say we leave right now and forget about Trepsing. What? Is that a P or a D? I can't tell. Trepsing. After the stupid Decepticons, I'll use my stress testing sensors and mathematical skill to rebuild the Ark and get us back to Cybertron, where we belong. Come on, Huffer, get with it. I only require a drop of fuel to run, so I'm going to explore this whole planet, especially since there wait, what? The R said so much of it is water, and Bumblebee's little levers love a good swim. Well, Sunstreaker isn't leaving until the rest of the world gets a look at the sleekest Autobot in the bunch. And if any Decepticon dares to mess with the finish, we'll get 2 ground-to-air missiles stuffed where you won't want them. Up his ass. I mean, what? If you were at as fast as Cliffjumper is, Sunstreaker, you wouldn't worry about your finish. And while I'm dodging fire, my glass gas can make any Decepticon brittle as ice. Huh. Brawn don't need any gas to rip things up. Nobody's stronger than me. One bunch in your building, or Decepticon goes bye-bye. Side swipes right up there with you. Brawn, because I use my arms as pile drivers. I admit it's a little rash to rush headlong at Decepticon fortifications, but not one of them stopped me yet. Okay, who is this? Oh, okay. Frankly, I'd rather be elsewhere, hunting turbo foxes, than you roughnecks. But while we're here, my electro disruptor is charged up. It not only interferes with Decepticon circuitry, it also makes me appear to be where I'm not. That's why I'm called Mirage. Nice to hear how you got your name, Mirage. Now I got mine, Blue Streak, by being as fast as a blue streak, whatever that is. Some wise guys even said I talk a blue streak. Whatever that is. Anyway, here I am. Listen. Oh, come on. Focus. Oh, now it's dark. Hold on, let me adjust the lighting on this. Okay, I can't. There we go. Listening to you, Blue Streak, taxes even the endless patience of Prowl. I have little to say, but my logic center dictates the most advantageous course of action in any situation. Okay, that's Jazz. Well, that is a neato Prowl, but me, Jazz, I'd like to just cruise around and take in the sights. And if I've got to fight, well, my photon rifle and overhead flamethrowers can make things hot for the big nasties. You burn them, Jazz, but let Hound sniff them out for you. My infrared radiation collector makes me the best tracker on or off Cybertron, and if I ever get lost, my hologram gun projects terrain maps to get me back on track. Just let Windcharger zoom ahead and scrap a decent decept between my magnetic arms. I'll take in this planet's scenery later. The only thing Gears want to learn about this planet is how to get off it. I hate this place already. I just know you're going to use me as a mobile transport unit again. Once we have to set up. Nuts. Let's go home. Well, at least you don't have to patch Autobots up like old Ratchet does. When one of us busts himself up, playing hero. But I've got the tools to fix anything, even though I'd rather be partying than tinkering. And Wheeljack is the guy you've had to patch up most. I can't help it. I love to mess with the gadgets, especially our weaponry, like my shoulder cannons. I try to be careful, but sometimes it doesn't work. Thanks for being around, Ratchet, old buddy. I don't know how many times Trailbreaker had to use my force field projector and hide behind my own barrier. When you're experimenting with those shrapnel shells, you're worse than a wild Decepticon, Wheeljack. At least we can be thankful that all of us have survived this planet, and perhaps even our ark is not irritably damaged. What say you, Huffer? I don't need any detailed analysis to know the damage was extreme, but guess I'll have to take a sensor survey to see just how great. I'll try my best to effect repairs, but I don't have much hope. I'm really afraid we're stranded on this scrap ball forever. Don't always be so pessimistic, Huffer. It's hard enough to keep everyone's gears in gear without you gumming up their motivation circuits. My comrades, we must accept the sad truth that Cybertron may no longer even exist. What if it does? I swear as leader of the Autobots, I shall return us there someday. But our immediate concern must be the repair of the Ark, and the learning of all we can about this alien world where fate has cast us. Let Auntie transmit signals she is receiving from across this world, and place them on the monitor screens that we may partake of knowledge, our greatest weapon. For the next few hours, the Autobots stand motionless, their memory receptors absorbing masses of information regarding the machine life that seems predominant upon this planet. Soon armed with this knowledge, they will venture forth. Life. The arc sensors did not detect it here those millennia ago when we sought to pass through the asteroid belt nearby. And all of it unaware of the Decepticon menace in its midst. Our mission is clear. The renegade Decepticons are to be found and defeated. It is our fault that they are here. Thus, it is our duty to see to their downfall. Optimus, this world is fascinating. My reconnaissance missions will be far more exciting than mere logistics gathering. Agreed, Hound. But let us never forget our primary purpose, to spare this world from the scourge we have unwittingly unleashed upon it. Elsewhere in the state of Oregon, life, carbon-based, goes on. Uh-oh, I can hear it coming. Here's where I get the "where were you after school" lecture. But I can't blame Dad, he's right. Buster! Son, I've tried to be understanding. I know you haven't got the slightest interest in cars or mechanical things, but regardless, there are still times when I need you here. Sorry, Dad. You know, I'm in the literary, what the frick am I having problems with some of these words? You know, I'm in the literary scholarship program, and there's so much really, you're gonna throw library and frick you, library work involved. I have to stay after school sometimes. But if I do get the scholarship, it'll mean you have a lot less bills to pay when I go to college. I know you're doing your best, son, but you've always got your nose buried in a book, and that bothers me. I just wish you were doing something more useful to you. Something that'll lead you to a job one day. Now, know what I mean? Sure, Dad. I'll try, really. Sorry. Well, with 3 L's. I just about got everything wrapped up here now. So go ahead. If you want to go to the movies with your buddies, okay. Just be back by 10. On the dot. I'll see you, Dad. Buster, I hope I know I'm only thinking of you. The world is full of folks that'll eat you right up. If you don't show 'em you can do something. And that you learn by living, not reading. What am I doing right now? No. Not far away, a hitchhiker seeks a ride on a lonely highway, winding down the side of Mount St. Hilary. I've had my thumb out all day, and I ain't seen a single car. Looks like I may be hoofing it all the way to town. Whoa, maybe I spoke too soon, but that can't be one car making all that noise. Heck, it sounds like the Indy 500. Holy smokes, a whole slew of cars traveling at this speed, top speed, and nobody's driving. Well, Prowl, you're leading this expedition, so when do I get to start throwing punches? Optimus has assigned us to the task reconnaissance, Brawn. We are to avoid hostile contact unless absolutely necessary. I'm with Braun. Let me at him. Stay in line, Cliffjumper. Oops. You'll get your chance on my command only. I'm gonna confuse these characters' voices, so I'm sorry if I do that. Wanna bet, Braun, that I'll be the first to spot an Earthling? What do you make of all this, Hound? Nobody notices things like you do. I wish I had half of your tracking talents. I'm too busy sorting my impressions out to give you an opinion, Bumblebee, but I will let you know. Prowl, my turret scope has locked on to some vital machine signs just over this ridge. Prepare for contact, Autobots. Defensive modes if necessary. Reaching the top of the ridge, the transformed Autobots draw silently to a stop, sensors sweeping the scene below. They strain to understand what it is they are scanning. Is that them, Prowl? Have we found the Earthlings? I don't know, Bumblebee. They look like the inhabitants of the Ark scanned. But what was that giant screen? What were they all doing assembled or before it? Probably some kind of religious ritual, Hound. Why would machines worship moving pictures of strange objects? The only way we're going to find out, Bumblebee, is to ask. High above. This is Decepticon Laserbeak, reporting to Decepticon leader Megatron. The Autobots have ventured forth from the volcano and seek to make contact with the planet's inhabitants. Laserbeak's message causes why is the frickin' screen also just really frickin' fuzzy too? Frickin' hate this camera. I can't wait till my new one comes in. What the hell is... Sorry. Consternation among the Decepticons assembled on an inaccessible mountain peak. Man, I am tripping up on some of these words for some reason. The Autobots in alliance with the inhabitants of Earth. We cannot allow that. We cannot allow that, Megatron. Where's that Starscream talking? We cannot allow that, Megatron. We have already learned that Earth possesses abundant fuel resources that we can exploit as we prepare for the conquest of this world. We must deny those resources to our enemies. Go forth then, my Decepticons. Destroy the Autobots. There, curiosity picked by the strange ritual, the Autobots move into the drive-in. All right, how many? Come on. You pay by the head, you know. And they speed right past the startled cashier. I'm gonna be first to greet an Earthling. Bumblebee, loom back. We must reconnoiter. You can't check the exuberance of youth, Prowl. And in a nearby car. Hey, Buster, Jesse, could you two disengage so I could see the movie? Sorry. No, hey. What the heck? We've been hit. Bumped from behind by a fender-bending beetle. That'll cream me. Listen, you, I say, that's weird. No one's in there. Did its brakes slip so that it rolled into Dad's car? Or is this some kind of joke?
Buster's question goes unanswered as the Decepticons attack.
Oh! Jumping jet fighters. This place has just become a war zone. Buster, we've got to get away from here. You and O go for help, Jess. I've got to stay. How could I possibly tell them that I thought I heard this Volkswagen cry out in pain and no one's inside. I have to find out what's happened here. This is almost beyond belief. The Decepticons have launched an assault, and the Earth vehicles have done absolutely nothing to defend themselves. Can this strange ritual be so overwhelming an experience that it has put the Earth robots in a trance? Or was the data from the Ark wrong? I must put my logic circuits to work on this. I had hoped to Optimus we could avoid this, but
Bro, I don't intend on sitting here all day being used for target practice. I say we make a stand here and now.
it seems our adversaries have left us little choice. Assume defensive configurations.
Now you're talking my lingo.
Okay, frick off, Iron. Or not Ironhide, frickin'.
I told Megatron this frontal assault tactic he's so fond of is foolish. Thundercracker, guile, and stealth are far more effective than missiles in the long run.
We have to follow Megatron's way, Starscream. It's been successful up to now. I don't think we should openly defy him, as you've been known to do. Get close to me, 'cause I can take the brunt of their firepower without flinching.
Come, Starscream, surely you don't fear to strike at a foe that is unable to fly, do you?
Try to take a bite out of me, will ya, Laserbeak? Well, here's something to chew on.
I'll hold my attack for just a moment until the Decepticon scum gets just within range, and then...
Thundercracker, look! Cliffjumper is alone. Slay him.
So, Starscream, you strike at me because you think isolation makes me vulnerable. You have obviously never flown in the face of my glass gas gun.
Ah! The gas coats me, making my metal brittle and breaking as glass. Flee, Thundercracker, fly!
Ha! I hope my comrades have witnessed my triumph.
But Cliffjumper's companions have other concerns at the moment. Hound's tracking abilities would soon pick up Bumblebee's trail. We must not let the battle divert us from locating our friend Bumblebee. The little one may be lying somewhere hurt or worse. We're not the Autobots. Can intimidate locations suddenly revealed to the Decepticons by one who skulks in the shadows. Ravage, finally, you reveal yourself, Master Spy. Now back to your leader Megatron and tell him who defeated you this day. I can imagine Ravage's anger were he to learn that he fled from nothing mere 3 dimensional holograms cast by my turret gun.
It will be only a matter of time before my conclusion. Concussion cannon strikes, and there will be 2 less Autobots clinking around.
Cliffjumper, my logic circuits have determined that the arc was an error. Look, do you see the movement exhibited by those bizarre-looking objects? Yes, but what does it mean? It means that the mechanical vehicles we saw were not alive, but those small figures are that's why the vehicles made no movement to defend themselves. They are not sentient. When they moved upon the roadway we saw, the small beings were controlling them. Hold on a sec, because I want to make sure because this video. Okay, good. Oops, come on, camera. What we are seeing is non-machine life. As hard as that may be to accept, that is the only logical explanation. Obviously, this changes things considerably. What should we do next? Next, we report our findings to Optimus Prime in person. Radio waves can be monitored. Only he possesses the wisdom we need to deal with these new contingencies. Follow me to the Ark, Autobots. But what of the small friend Bumblebee? Perhaps he was not injured too badly, and he has already left. In any case, we must leave immediately and draw the Decepticons' fire, because these non-mechanical life forms do not appear capable of defending themselves.
And not far away.
The noises coming from this car are really weird, almost like crying. It's been badly damaged, leaking something that looks like but isn't oil. And I haven't got the slightest idea what to do for it. I'm not a mechanic. That's Dad's field. Dad. Say, if I can get this bug to his garage, we'll know how to patch it up.
And so Buster Witwicky climbs behind Bumblebee's wheel, only to discover
no key, no ignition, no gas pedal. How does this car start? All by itself? It's moving out slowly, sluggishly. It seems like all I'm doing is guiding it away from the battlefield. Oh, holy smokes. Am I dreaming, or did those big robots who are fighting the planes just change into cars?
Buster gets no chance, however, to further observe the Autobots' escape later that night.
What the deuce? Somebody's messing around in my garage. What's that oil?
For subject only is to his steering, it where he wants it to go. The yellow Volkswagen whisks him away.
Sorry, didn't read that part.
Buster, that you, son? What the devil?
Dad, listen. Oh wait, that was him talking.
Hey, don't tell me. After all my years of trying to get you to put down the poetry and pick up a money wrench, it looks like you finally took your old dad's advice. Fixing cars on this side, are you?
Dad, I can explain.
No need to explain, son. My shop's your shop. Use it any time you want. But I just want you to know, son, that I'm proud of you. Right? Proud.
Dad, I wouldn't know how to fix a car if I tried. That's why I brought this one to you. Only, it's not a car.
It's got wheels, boy, and fenders, headlights, too. Just, what do you call it?
Alive.
Help me, please. I'm dying. Next.
Hey, buddy, can you spare some fuel?
Alright, and that's technically the end because it's just whatever this comic is. Which is not really Transformers. And then it's just advertisements. 40 years. Oh, 40th anniversary last year. Okay. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This video went on longer than I thought. If you did enjoy, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I will see you next time. That was the end of issue 1 of the Transformers, #1 in the 4-issue limited series, or whatever. See you later, and have an awesome day.